So this is a video that Coney and I never really shared when we were supposed to. So we recorded this video around May 2020. That's a long time ago now. So as you can see, we're playing on cards. Oh, it's a tournament battle because that's the only way you can do cards with club against other people, like with your friends and stuff in private matches, basically, because you can't do it in private matches actually. So yeah, we're doing it cards, and the advantage of cards is you can bring pretty much every single late game tower you want, provided it's available in the options. Whereas in regular matches, you have to pick 4 towers, so generally something like Ninja Ice Super Sniper, Ninja Ice Super Glue, Glue Ice Super Sniper, or something along those lines. Here, though, you of course can bring every single sacrifice. You can bring every star that's available. That's not many. It's left side blue. It's ninja star and sniper. So yeah, but yeah. Other than that, it could be promising. So we went to that. We're also gonna go with blindness strats. So that's gonna help. How are you gonna do blindness strats? Because you can't. Because there's no 3-0 super. Well, so you can, and you can't upgrade things. Well, that's a complex thing to explain. So first of all, we're going to get our 6 tempos. That's just simple, placing down 30,000 of every single sacrifice category, then getting your tempos. After that, we are going to be placing a lot of 2/2 ice towers and a lot of 2/2 supers. These then we're also going to place some helis down. These we're going to mega boost. So then there's roughly a 50-50 chance, we'll say, of getting one ice, well, a left side ice tower or a right side ice tower, left side super or right side super. And then we're going to sell all the ice towers we don't want. Obviously, since we're going for the ability, so we don't want the left side Viral Frost or Arctic Wind. So we're going to sell those when we mega boost and get them, and we're going to keep the ice shards for the absolute 0, and then we're going to sell all the robo monkeys we don't want because we want the sun guards so that we can chinook them around the place. And then we're going to place down some more towers around around these sun guards and blindness and mega boost. So that's a lot to do. That's a lot more complex than just a standard blindness strat because it's a lot more risk. And let's say like we want 18 ice abilities. That means we need 36 ice towers, roughly, because half of them aren't going to make it. So there's a lot of just placing redundant towers, and it's card battle, so we're just cycling through through cards until we get the ones we want. And then, of course, earlier when we want to get like one of everything, or 3 of everything, and 4 of some things for the sacrifices, you need to keep track of what you have, which it can be a bit difficult sometimes when the screen's getting quite crowded. Yeah, so now we're placing down our ice towers, you can see, and our supers. So then, of course, we mega boost, or we sell the ones we don't want, move the supers to the right positions, then we place towers around them. So with mega boosting, mega boosting is quite complex, or not complex. How mega boost towers work is it will start off with, it won't like share the sacrifices evenly among all of the supers. It's just going to start with 1 super, sacrifice everything in range for it, and move on to the next super. So if you have some towers that are overlapping both supers, only one of them is going to take all the sacrifices. It's not, even if it's like 60,000 between 2 towers, it's not going to actually take 30,000 for one and 30,000 for the other. It's just going to go 60,000 to one super. So that's how that works. So you have to be careful. So we're going to space them out a bit. Then we also brought so those, of course, for sacrifices we have everything. We have apprentice, we have bomb, we have miscellaneous, we have ice, we have glue. For stall, we obviously have ninja, we have sniper, we have left side glue. Right side glue would be better, but that's not really an option. So we went left side glue. Then of course we were going to mega boost for absolute 0, and then we're also going to increase our general defense by using the engineer to overclock the tempos, and then we're going to use village to just increase everything. And yeah, we're gonna use snipers then for filling in the gaps instead of Ray of Doom or Tech Tower. Yeah, we're not even no, we're not gonna go with Tech Towers or Ray of Dooms. We're trying out snipers here. Sniper, of course, isn't going to be great with mega boosted towers because you're sacrificing a land for snipers, which are single target for more damage. But it's a stall. We can bring it, and it's probably more effective than whatever damage we would be doing with the other things when you already have 6 max tempos and a bunch of side tempos. So like, just giving you yeah. So if you go ice glue super, that is 3 sacrifices. So each projectile is going to do 19 damage. Each projectile for the primary attack of the super, that's going to do 19 damage. Whereas if you bring R5 because it's 4 for the base and then 5 per sacrifice, that's max. If we go and bring R5 sacrifices like we are here, then it's going to be 29 damage. So 29 by 6, compare that to 19 by 13. It's a small amount of difference. It's about, well, it's about a tempo or 2 in difference. And then of course we have blind, but that's only 6 tempos now. That's half the tempos and almost the same amount of damage. So we can, of course, make up for that with our blind tempos. And yeah, we're not going to fit as many blind tempos as we would in a regular assault match because we need to take into account the mega boost and sacrificing stuff. So it's not even that many mega boosted tempos. So we're roughly around the same damage level as your regular games, but we now have access to hopefully a lot more stars. Of course, they're not as easy to get or right ones, for example. Glue is left side, which is war star. It's like 33%. Right side is 40% now. Oh yeah, so a lot's changed since 2020. Like for example, blindness has been shortened. That doesn't matter for us because it's just blindness, then you immediately mega boost. You don't have to worry about trying to get 6 sacrifice or 6 tempos in that time. It's just hit the mega boost button and hit yes. And then also we have 1 mega boost left over if we messed up, and we have another 2 blindness left over if we really messed up. So that's great. No tower boosts, of course, but that should be fine in exchange for these blind tempos. Then what else? We have where was I actually? So yeah, we have mega boosting. We have 4 strike capabilities because we have water. we went with the reactor because that's good for early game. Ground zero because that's good for eco. Pretty much everything, almost everything else though was just there for late game because you just have enough cards, enough space for pretty much every card you want for late game. Right. So, and since 2020, a lot's changed. So Bloon. So they've changed star. So Ninja is still 50% star, and that's great. But Ice is now a 45% star. So now it's not just Ice is straight up better than Ninja because it's a sacrifice and a star. It's probably still better than Ninja because you still get a sacrifice. But now you're balancing a war star for more damage. And then Glue is 40% star, and so now it's worse than Ice. So it's still worse than Ice, which is because it's just a war star but also sacrifice, just like Ice. So you're comparing now Ice and Glue for how convenient it is, because Ice is an ability, whereas Glue is just constantly there. Also, left side Glue then, it's a war star, slightly more damage, but it doesn't really matter when you have at least 6 max tempos. It really doesn't matter. And then you also have the fact that it's got a slower attack. So if a balloon gets on glued, it might take a bit longer to get re-glued depending on the circumstances. As well as that, it's going to glue the balloons in chunks now. So it's a bit similar to ice stacking. But you have no control over the timing of it, of course. Whereas white side glue, of course, would be constant. It's just able to get the glue out before the next balloon mobs spawn, pretty much. So it's pretty handy. It's able to keep up with everything. Whereas left side glue isn't. Yeah, we're on round 124, and we're still building defense. Because yeah, just have to cycle through your entire deck pretty much every time you want to place a sniper. So it's not it's not the best, but it is it's time consuming. And we're still sending eco because it takes no cooldown. There's no cooldown if you place a tower or if you send balloons. It's only got a cooldown for being able to access the next card that it replaces if you bin it. So being able to send eco and not having to hold down a button is nice, at least. That was one nice thing about this game. Other than that, it was quite difficult to pull off. So yeah, Kone and I got round 149, which is very good. We were kind of hoping to get to 150 after, because that would be great if you could get 150 with this. But we tried a few times and we didn't get anything near this game here. So yeah, we kind of just, in defeat, kind of was a bit depressed about, a bit sad about it, and didn't upload anything until more recently. There were some screenshots, of course, because we took a screenshot of 149. So some people knew that we did it. We just never shared the video until now. Kone shared it, I think, a while ago now, over a year at least, and I'm sharing it now. Yeah. So this is a 149. You were able to get higher with some glitches since then. For example, the infinite mortar star glitch, or mortar bomb glitch, I guess. I don't know what it's called anymore. But yeah, so we ended up getting 14 ice towers. Well, I ended up getting 14 ice towers, which is pretty good, and it allows me to keep up. The snipers are doing a decent job. We're not going to use the car to arms because first of all, it's not really necessary. But also, another thing is it kind of syncs up all the snipers we found if you use it. But we use it there, yeah. So it's once you start using it, you kind of should keep going at using it, because it's very difficult to it's very difficult once you stop using it, because all your snipers are synced, and then you end up with issues. You end up with because all your snipers are synced, and now you don't have this good start, so you need to keep your car to arms going now constantly, which is very well. It's just another ability to manage, because like now we're working with Ice Ninja and overclocking all our tempos. Oh, it was fun. And then also we have our 4/4 strikes. They're there for some help. Not a big help, but there's some help. Yeah. So what else to talk about? Yeah, round 147. Kone's gonna die pretty soon. Yeah. And so of course the game mode for this was boosty bananas with fire. And yeah, here we go. Slow for the last round and a bit. You can see just how laggy the game was now. Taking a while for a single second to pass. Not too bad, but yeah, still slow. What else? Yeah, I'm still placing towers. We're still trying to place towers. Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, I don't know. Just trying to place towers because we're still building defense, because it takes a while when you're cycling, and you can't see the screen. Oh, yeah. Nothing else really to talk about here. Maybe I'll just, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. So we've gotten, yeah, Chipper would also be a cool addition, but it's not really an option in card battles. Would be cool if they added a Chipper card. Would be cool if they added a white side blue card too. Would be cool actually if they just added good towers more towers for late game, instead of us needing to use Mega Boost for ice ability, for example, and placing 28 ice towers or more. Yeah. Yeah, I think I stopped here, just started focusing on my abilities, because Kone was struggling. I was doing okay, I think. Round 149, you can see the ZMGs are quite fast. It just went, yeah, just zoop. Yeah, the tempos definitely were quite helpful, being maxed, and that was cool. Not having to like worry about round 43 ZMG when one tempo can pretty much just handle it easily. Oh, it is kind of funny because we're used to needing like 3 tempos to deal with it maybe, but then it's just 1 tempo, so it's funny just doing the damage comparison. Yeah, anything else? Not really. We used pretty much every single card we could for late game. Like there's not really many other options. Maybe we could have bought Spikestone, but that would have been not as helpful as other powers. And in place of what? Exactly, like we kind of need the Ground Zero for early game, for eco, and we kind of need the reactor for early game. So it's not good. But yeah, there you go. Fan 149. See ya.